to church on a Sunday, and we were raised knowing the Word of God and being children of God. It was very confusing because my stepdad was also an alcoholic. So in the house wasn't, what was being portrayed on a Sunday wasn't being lived within the house, and then it caused a lot of confusion. Not only confusion, I was also being abused by my family. I do believe it's very difficult for me to share this testimony today because I've just spent a lot of time with the very family I'm speaking about. So I know that I'm facing. I'm having to ask God to help me through this as I speak today. So, let me go back. So in the house, I was being abused sexually, I was being abused mentally, physically and spiritually. And I was being abused by the people that I really love within my household. And being brought up as a child of God and being taught to love, there was always love in me, but the household environment was very hostile. It went from being beaten, and not just normal beatings with a belt or a wooden spoon like most West Indians do, but being beaten with maybe a chair on my back, or maybe a belt buckle or a rolling pin. And it was beaten for about 3 to 4 hours a day. And I can't remember one day that would go by when I wouldn't get beaten. And these lasted from as young as I can remember to about the age of 20. So I grew up in a household until about that age. Some of it, I'm just going to share. Don't feel sorry for me because the Lord has delivered me, and it's for a reason I've been through this. But some of the abuse that I suffered from the hands of my parents would be as far as throwing up and vomiting, the Brussels sprouts, the English dinners that I did not like. I was not used to English food. I was used to West Indian food, but I would vomit it, my sister would vomit it, and we would be fed it for breakfast the next day. So the abuse was also psychological and, really tormenting, but we had to eat the food. I remember my stepdad would put on porn at night and I'd be forced to watch the porn with him. So this was like this was like normal in our household. All of this took place, and then at the age of 11 I got baptised in the Baptist church because obviously I was going to the local Baptist church. And they did a call and was like, does anyone want to get baptised? And I put my hand up and my family was like, no, be quiet. But I remember my auntie visiting saying, no, let her get baptised. I didn't know what it meant, but I just know that God was talking to me. And then soon after the age of 11, and you go into secondary school, that's when everything came at me. Everything came at me such as smoking. I was offered to smoke. Someone sat in the graveyard and actually taught me to smoke in the graveyard, and I followed their instructions, smoked 20 Bensons and Hedges and another 20 Bensons and Hedges, and started smoking. Although the house was a bit confusing, my mum could not stand smoking or drinking because of my dad's alcoholism and all the smoking. So I was hiding it from the household, and I'd get beaten even if I smelled it, so I was bringing beatings upon myself. All this took place, and by the age of 12 to 14, Satan had a way of inviting loads of other things into me. Once you enter into something, you open up your spirit to other things, and as much as some of us try to deny the spiritual side of things, spirits were, they saw something in me that they could just send an invitation to more. So I started smoking weed at the age of 14, 15, and then that lasted for 10 years. From the age of 14 to 50 was horrendous because I ended up selling marijuana in the local area, and our house got raided because I'd sold to an undercover police officer, and I was 15 at the time, a bit cheeky, a bit high on weed, giving it the large until they took us into the prison cells. Me and my mum got arrested. By God's grace, and only by God's grace, when we went to Nottingham Crown Court, my mum did not get sent away, and neither did I. I can't remember the full details, but I just know it's God's grace that we did not get sent down. So from the age of 15, a family member took me to a strip club. In London, and I was asked to dance. I was asked to dance. In the Caribbean, was brought up dancing Caribbean music, so I was very scared. I was left in this strip club. I was left with the owner of a strip club, a well-known one in London. And I was in his house, and I was exposed and seeing drugs taken. I was just exposed to a different kind of drugs that I didn't know about. So I ended up dancing at the age of 15, and the people, because the family member took me, never asked for my ID, never asked for how old I was or anything. Not only did I end up stripping and becoming a stripper at the age of 15, but I also was invited to do pornographic magazines, and a whole heap of different things came my direction. The stripping opened up another demonic doorway to darkness, because in the strip clubs and that time of night and those hours is not pleasant. And as a 15-year-old going on to 16, I did not know much. But all I do know is that I was scared scared of the family, and I was scared of doing anything opposing to what they were saying. So in the environment that I was in, I actually gravitated to people that were dangerous. So if they were drug dealers, they were my friends. If they were hitmen, they were my friends. If they were armed robbers, they were my friends. I found my security and my comfort in those people and being surrounded by them, because I was more scared of the people at my house than these people. I never saw them as danger.